Okay, so we're back. We're finally back for the fourth episode of the podcast. This semester got kind of hectic, but we are finally back. And today it's just me and AJ. AJ, say hello.
What's up, guys? I got my camera, a camera working for now. Oh.
Yeah, so if you're watching the podcast on YouTube, you're going to see us. If you're hearing, you're not going to be seeing anything on this. I mean, you're on the road or anything or whatever you're doing.
If you're driving, you should not be paying attention to your phone, at least not in that way. And
no,
for
but
those
actually,
who
since
can't
this is
see,
a podcast...
Well, yeah, but you're listening.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be looking at it.
Yeah.
For those who are actually looking at it, this is the first time I have a camera, and my hair is not really cooperating, so we'll just... whatever.
Yeah. So, we kind of left off last time on the other episode talking about the video that we had recorded and kind of going on about that note. And today I wanted us to talk a little bit about what's happened to Koi the Great and what we've been doing since then. And it's been quite a lot, to be completely honest. And this particular episode is going to be having a few kind of behind the scenes stuff that some people, with bands or music out there may want to hear if you kind of don't know this. And that's about the DistroKid and Discord and Twitch, affiliation thing that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But first off, why not start talking about the music that we have been releasing and, everything that we've been doing. I don't know if you want to lead, with this topic.
Now we could do that. We've got, we got 3 singles out there right now. The first one, Madness, which is our debut. And it was our debut into the world as truly a band, as well as our debut into, self-production, basically, because Koi the Great is a self-produced band. We don't have any managers. We don't have any actual video editors in that sense. Like Franko does that. We're self-produced, so everything that we do takes a while to make, so we have to schedule and plan. We had Madness released, then we had Lost released, then we had Old Love released. Last time we were talking about how we were going to shoot the video for Old Love. I'm just going to... There we go. We shot the video already. It was definitely an experience, I have to say.
It was really fun. I loved it. It was really fun. And that video was recorded by us, and it's probably going to be edited by me as well, but I just haven't had the time to actually do it. And now I finally finished off college, so I may as well dive into that this week.
I don't think I should have had that pina colada before we filmed it the day before, but, upset stomachs aside, it was pretty good.
But it was a pretty fun experience. And we had to wake up, at least I had to wake up very early to get the guys over there. And
did you even sleep? Like, be honest, because I did the math. You either slept 3 hours or you just didn't sleep at all.
Yeah, I slept 3 hours. Yeah, that's
wait. This is appropriate.
I had to wake up at 4 a.m. probably to get like shit done before heading out and setting up the camera gear, the gimbal and whatnot, to being able to actually start recording. And I also had to dress up, so that's another part of the thing that you're gonna probably see when you see the video, which I kind of hope that it turns out better than I think it
will. So far we haven't had any major screw ups. We haven't completely
there are some screw ups, but what the hell?
People don't need to know about those.
Being self-produced and whatnot. So we recorded that video. Of course, the music is out. The art was actually inspired by one conversation that AJ and I had, at least for Old Love. The song it's not actually about love necessarily, but
not about romantic love, because
it can. That's the cool thing about music, is that it can mean anything to whatever person is listening to the music and whatever they are going through at that particular moment. And that's something that I honestly love about music. So it can have lots of different definitions to what the song means to whoever is listening to it. And that song is actually one of the first songs that we actually had together for this, even before we had the name.
That song was put together before the band even had a name, and that song was put together before I joined the band. So AJ, welcome to the band. We have this song, by the way. Okay.
Yeah. So So I wrote the song with my friend Sewa, and
wait a minute. We're not going to mention it. At least we're not going to mention names. But I remember I knew about this song. I knew about the old version of this song because it was going to be for our other band.
Yeah. So I
knew it existed. I just never knew it got to this point.
Right. So this song is actually like 3 years old now. 3 years old now, and I had started writing it back in the other band, and never got around to doing that. So for this band, I thought why not use this, and I quite enjoyed it a lot. And my friend Seba, who's called Bastian in the social media. I'm sorry. So he's called Bastian in the social media. So if you want to follow him, you can look at him like that. And he helped me write the song. So it came out a lot better than I thought it would. And it's one of my favorite songs, to be completely honest. The drum ending is actually inspired by something that's not at all similar to the song, which is Pierce the Veil, the Bulls in the Bronx song. That outro
it starts fading out, and everything fades out more or less at the same volume, but naturally drums, percussive, they're louder. And,
yeah.
Whoa, is my camera just freak out?
Yeah, kind of did. But that's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, so that song, we did that, and then we were talking about the art and whatnot, and I started drawing again recently, and I draw a rose that was actually better than I thought it would end up being as well. So I put that in Photoshop and then, edited it in and whatnot, painted it, and it came out pretty good. And then we also released instrumentals, which is just taking all of the songs that we've released till now and taking Robert out. Not
well,
that he wants to take him out.
There's this one part in Lost where we didn't remove me, but that's because
because
somebody
it's
here doesn't really like the way single coil guitars sound when there's nothing else going on. The humming sound.
Yeah, which is
And he's like, no, just leave your voice there so that I don't hear the hum. Like, okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason why it's there. But I mean, hey, it works, and it's pretty cool. Like, to listen to the songs like that, I think it kind of gives it a whole different vibe to it. Even if it's just the same song, it's just remastered to whatever we did, which is take off the vocals. And I mean, the art there, if you notice it, actually has elements of the 3 different artworks that we have. So it has like the kind of glitchy effect from Madness, and then it has the square from Lost, and then we have the rose, and actually 3 roses put up together, and just the background in white, so it kind of contrasts from everything that we've done so far.
I thought that was a pretty brilliant idea on your part, honestly.
Well, thank you. It's I
He's a
love
man of
when
many
bands...
talents, everybody. He can sing, even though he says he can't. He plays guitar. He shoots video. He edits video.
Hey man, I just do what I have to do to get by.
Hey man,
to be able to actually make a living with something. I don't consider myself like really good at certain things, but I have to do it because
it's jack of many trades.
So so we did that, and we came out pretty good. And I love when bands kind of do this whole thing where there's a lot of meaning behind stuff. So I really enjoyed the process to making that artwork, and to ending how it did, considering it does have kind of a connection to every song that we've released up to now, as it should. So that's one thing that we've done that we wanted to talk a little bit about. I don't know, AJ, if you want to talk a little bit about the songs, about the video. Maybe not give too many spoilers of the video from Old Love.
I'm not going to be able to talk about the video because everything that I have to say about the video itself is just going to be a huge spoiler. The experience was nice. It when you go to a nice place, you think you're on vacation, but you're really not on vacation. You're working. So you have to treat it like you're working, but still it kind of felt a little bit like it was a vacation there. So that was a nice thing.
Yeah, it was kind of a change of pace.
Yeah.
Which is always nice. And considering how kind of tough this semester has been, I mean, it was a cool change of pace. It's not been easy. Yeah, this semester has hit us, in a bunch of different ways. Everyone in the band has, had to kind of step back and, do life as a whole.
Way too much life happening right now.
Yeah, way too much. But I mean, that's part of how it is. And luckily, we're like in a better place right now, and we're back into doing all of this stuff and getting back into the workflow, which is something that I enjoy.
Back on track, back to recording music. We've already got our stuff going down the pipeline. And before we went live on this stream, we were actually talking, band stuff that you guys aren't privy to, I guess, that type of information. But logistics, like, all right, we're going to be recording this, then that day we're going to do that, and that.
Yeah, that's kind of the part
self-produced.
That's something that I want to talk about today quite a lot, considering that I want this episode and this podcast to kind of have that behind the scenes sort of feel to what a band actually is, and to what being a musician in 2021 actually is, and what you have to do to actually get by and make money. Because I mean, we were talking about this earlier. I don't know. I mean, I've talked about this with you, but I was talking about this to, I don't even know to who. But I mean, I'm graduating now in a bachelor's in music, with a minor in music business. So that's something that has been kind of on my mind. I'm sorry, for a while now. Considering that, you know, I got my degree in music, but that's not gonna pay my bills. That's in fact, now I have to pay some bills because of college and whatnot. So lots of people think that, you know, music is you just make music and you make a living. That's not how it works. And music, you know, if you want to make a living out of music, you have to do a whole bunch of things, and you have to kind of work around a whole bunch of like a huge array that you have to kind of come up with to actually make money. Like, for example, I myself have 2 channels on YouTube. Like, I don't actually make money off of them, but I've made money thanks to them. Yeah, exactly, not yet. But thanks to these videos that I make, both on my guitar channel and now on my photo and video channel, I've been able to make certain stuff and certain money with certain gigs. I also, you know, post lessons on Skillshare, and I do a bunch of different stuff, and we've been kind of adapting that to the band. As for example, with DistroKid, we can now stream in Twitch because they're affiliated, so you kind of get that affiliate status on the go when starting in Twitch, because DistroKid and Twitch have this certain partnership where if you have more than 3 songs out there for more than a month, you get the affiliate status fairly quick. So basically we got that, and we started streaming around 2 weeks ago. And the fun thing about, which, I mean, this we were talking about, the fun thing about streaming as a band is that we don't get worn down from streaming, because we're 5, and I mean, there's 7 days in the week. So if I were to stream twice, Robert has been streaming twice, AJ wants to stream, Adam wants to stream, we can basically cover the whole week and not get worn down.
We're not going to get burnt out from it, because one person streaming 5 days a week, that's a lot of screen time. That is a lot of...
Yeah. And a lot of scheduling, actually. Like, you have to go behind what to play, when's the time to actually play that game, or when I should do this, or, you know, even the part of setting up OBS, I spent, like, and I'm not kidding, more than 12 hours, you know, well spent, I may add, but, you know, into OBS, into working it out.
I got in there to talk to you about it. It was like 7 to 1, and you were there since way before, so...
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. So I spent basically a day setting it up and whatnot. So that's kind of the behind the scenes that people don't see. And definitely, like, streaming is definitely, like, takes a lot of time and patience, and just you have to kind of be really, how do I say, like, really organized. Because if you're not, like, organized with what you're doing, like, things can go wrong in the fairly quick.
And they will go wrong. Murphy's Law, it holds true.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, I mean, we started streaming, and so far we've made $5, which is honestly pretty cool. Like, it's hilarious. I mean,
I think it is, because you're just playing games, you're interacting with people, you're just having a good time, and oh, by the way, you're getting paid to do it. It's like, that's actually a pretty nice thing. I never thought that the world would ever get to this place.
Right, but
we're getting paid to play games. But we're getting paid to entertain people, but we're entertaining them with games.
Yeah. But I mean, we're also going to be doing music stuff on, on Twitch and whatnot. But and I mean, we are affiliated on Twitch again because we've been working hard as a band. Because if we didn't have the music out there, we wouldn't have been able to gain the affiliate status, which, you know, otherwise you would have to, like, do a lot of streaming and have some followers and have some subscribers to actually be considered to be affiliated. So it kind of has its pros, and that's thanks to DistroKid, which has this whole new partnership with Twitch. which is literally new for this year. So if you're listening to this in 2021 and you kind of want to like know how to make, you know, some more money out of your band, well, try to, you know, get the Twitch affiliate status and start streaming. Twitch actually starts paying out after the $100 mark, so we're $95 or $94 or something short to actually get the money out. But I mean, that's part of what being a musician is actually nowadays, and that's why a lot of musicians are actually getting on to Twitch and getting on to streaming over on Twitch, because you create this community, and you know, not everyone from the community is going to follow you to Twitch, but you're going to have some people follow you from there, and you're going to gain a new audience on Twitch, which is actually really good as well. And
there's a nice crossover there as well, because the people who discovered you on Twitch, because I don't know, say you were playing Fortnite, for example, and somebody just searched Fortnite, oh, latest new Fortnite stream, and they clicked on that, like, oh, Koi the Great, that's cool. Then at some point we mentioned band or music, and they're like, what, band? Koi the Great, find it, oh, and you get that crossover.
Yeah, and that's how everything kind of starts. And I mean, of course, we're not like a big band or whatever.
Yet.
We just started, so we just started last year, and I mean, I was talking to At about this. We were joking around, and we can actually go to a Wendy's, and buy like a big box of nuggets with the money that we've made from band. How do you feel about that? and I mean,
we can feed a whole 5 people with that.
Yeah, we can. Which is hilarious. And it's not just with the money from Twitch, it's, you know, with the money from that we've made from streaming and whatnot. But I mean, jokes aside, we've made some money off of it that we didn't have before we started. And I mean, luckily we haven't really like put that much money into like the producing the music aspect, because we record ourselves, we like both literally in audio and video.
Pros
we have
and cons to it, but at least the pros involve not that much of a strain on the wallet, because I don't know, how much do studios go for now? Is it like if they don't bundle it for you, it's like $80-$90 an hour, 60 if you're lucky?
So depending on who and where you're doing it, because I have friends that are paying over $2,000 for recording, you know, an album or whatnot. I have other friends that are paying over $100 for mixing per song. I have other friends that are, you know, paying around I've got my stomach a little upset today.
It's all right.
So I've got friends that are going kind of you know, with rates ranging from $125 an hour with, you know, recording / mastering whatever song they're recording. So I mean, it goes both ways. So they're spending a lot of money on that. Then of course, on the photography aspect, we do actually have a photographer, which we're gonna have on another episode of the podcast. But I mean, that's kind of one of the things that we're paying. We also pay for an artist to make like certain arts for our shirts and whatnot, which we've also sold a few. And I mean, that's part of the where we've put certain stuff and certain money at. But luckily in video, we haven't had to put that much money on, because, you know, I'm the one that's recording and I'm the one that's doing most of the video work. Then of course on the mixing and mastering side, we have AJ working on the audio. So basically we are kind of a like minimizing costs, which is something that, you know, everyone that's starting to think about having a band like for real and like a serious band should actually consider. Because when we are starting, we don't have lots of money to actually put out on stuff, and like the smart thing would actually be to make your content the best you can with what you can when you're doing it, and put the money into marketing, which is
put the money into marketing thing. And what ties into what you were saying, and I forgot half of it. It's know your limits. Like my job involves I work in a recording studio. I do mostly publicity, but I have all of the equipment to do music. Mm-hmm. So I do music for the band. It's within my expertise to do music. If we need something and it's outside of my expertise, like, no, that's my limit. Mm-hmm. We will outsource when it's necessary, but the fact that we have talented people inside of the band helps to cut down the costs when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. Which also comes out to, you know, being more efficient as well. and also sometimes even having to like step back and work with, you know, small stuff and small steps to be able to actually, you know, get everything out there. And luckily we've been kind of ahead of schedule. Now we're kind of rushing into it, but not like in a bad way, because I mean we've got the music and we're working on stuff and whatnot, and we've got like certain stuff already on the works, as we're, you know, going to be dropping an album and whatnot. So I mean it just comes down to being kind of like smart with how you invest your time and money, which is very important when starting a band.
Spoilers for the album.
Yeah, so AJ's playing guitar now, and so that's something that's coming on the album. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing quite a few things, and this album really means a lot. Honestly, it's gonna be really fun, and it's gonna have a few different things that are really exciting. We're gonna like do a live performance thing for that, so that's something else that we're gonna have to pay. We're gonna have to, you know, pay a studio to actually, you know, go to the studio and record the stuff. But the video, in terms of video, I think that we can record with my cameras and my stuff.
Pretty sure you've got the gear for it. In fact, it would be kind of hilarious if you had the drone just hovering while we play.
Yeah, but I don't think that's exactly safe.
No, it's probably not, but it would still be kind of funny.
It would be hilarious. But
this ties back into us having our Twitch affiliate account, because now we can stream it directly through Twitch after we figure out how to work Twitch out, because anybody who does streaming here knows that if you have multiple audio inputs, sometimes it doesn't like that. So we got to make sure everything works. We got to balance everything out. It's gonna be a headache, but
actually, I think that if we record it, we can actually like stream the recording on Twitch.
That would actually be a lot easier.
That would actually be like the smart thing, honestly, and we would be there like in the chat and whatnot. Like,
yeah, you know, that might actually be better, because we can answer stuff about answer stuff in the chat. I like that idea better.
Yeah, and I mean,
we'll do a pure live session one day, but that one we'll just do it that way.
Yeah, so this is actually hilarious, because we're, you know, coming up with stuff for the band while recording the podcast, which is something else that we, you know, if you're in a band, you could consider doing, because it's also like some form of content that people can consume. That's kind of what we want to be putting out and want to be working towards, having content that people can consume, so that, you know, people don't necessarily get overfed by you. So you have to like kind of be smart with how you work on the content, but this is actually helpful for people to actually remember you by and want to be listening and, you know, watching what you're doing, like whenever you're doing that. See, because I mean, even with the streams, as we were mentioning, and I mean, we're jumping back and forth, but it's because it's all connected. So even with the streams, we have like this sort of kind of community, and it's small because we're literally starting last week.
Literally.
But the certain people that are watching our streams are literally the same group that started watching the stream. So
and they're consistently engaged with us.
Yeah, and they're consistently engaged, and they're consistently growing as well. So it's going both ways. It's kind of steadily growing, even if it's one by one. It's still growing, and we have the people engaging, which is something that's actually very important as well. Keep them engaged, keep them consuming, and keep putting content for people to actually consume. It's very important as a band, and lots of people actually forget. And I mean, it's all equally as important, which is something that I don't take for granted, like any time ever. I know for a fact that we're actually very lucky to have the people that we do in this band, and everyone doing what they have to do. And everyone is kind of taking part on this whole thing, which is very important in terms of, how to work things out and how to kind of be the mastermind behind what you have to do as a band in 2021. And that's sort of kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I don't know if you want to mention something else or if I left anything out.
No, I think we went over it. We talked about, vaguely touched on the experience playing, recording Old Love.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when the video's out. Yeah.
Yeah. We went from working at 100% speed to working at about 30% speed because just stuff happens sometimes, but we're finally picking up again. I don't actually think that we're behind schedule, but if we don't step on it again, if we don't get back to 100%, we're going to fall behind, and that's not good. And we got Twitch going on now. We have...
Which is also fun.
I have a camera now. It's actually my phone. I don't know if I see something that says IV cam. I'm not sure if you guys see that as well. But
probably if they're on YouTube, they may see it.
Yeah, I have I'm gonna be using this as a webcam until I actually get one. Because
you have to do stuff the way that you have to, like, do the best you can with what you have right now. So I mean, you don't have to.
I'll get a cam eventually. I'm gonna fight it every step of the way because I don't really like photos. I don't really like video, but it is what it is, right? I'll get one.
I mean, it's all about investing wisely, I guess. And
that's the key word. It's not, the key word is actually not wisely. The key word is investing. Don't waste your money. Invest it.
Yeah, and learn how to invest it also, because I mean, what's the use to putting something that's maybe kind of like it's about kind of not necessarily getting the best of the best, because it's going to cost a lot of money. By
Price
getting
to
the best
performance ratio, best bang for your buck. Yeah.
It's very important as a band that's starting out. If you're looking into stepping up your content, maybe something like a camera, something, a non-expensive camera, something like the camera that I'm actually using as a webcam is a really good starting point for that type of stuff, which is where I started my whole photo and video thing. And thanks to that, I've been able to make a lot more money out of that. And I have more cameras now thanks to that. So it's about investing wisely and, thinking about why you're going to invest in something, looking up, its reviews and whatnot, and how you can use it any way that you can. Because I mean, this is actually a mirrorless camera that I'm also using as a webcam, and I mean, it's something that I use for my YouTube videos and whatnot. So it's about being smart, and as AJ says, getting the best bang for your buck, but like in a smart way. It's very important. So yeah, with that, we will kind of wrap it up for today. We just wanted to make a quick episode talking a bit about where Quay the Great has been, why we're
still alive,
streaming.
guys. Just a little bit busy, but we're alive.
Yeah, and we're actually working more on the stuff that we're going to be doing. The album is coming up together pretty good.
There is a song that I am so looking forward to. I can't wait till we can share it with everybody. And it sucks not being able to spoil it. It sucks because I'd like to say that it's going to be probably my favorite song on it, because there are 5 of us. We all come from different types of families, different types of places. We grew up listening to different types of music, and whenever everything gets meshed together, it always creates something beautiful. The one song I'm excited about is kind of more in my alley. It's more on like the aggressive type of music.
Yeah,
I like very aggressive music, so I'm looking forward to it. Like, yes, I appreciate a good ballad. I appreciate a good, pick me up or self-esteem type song. I appreciate the I hate my ex type songs, like me just as much as the next guy. But this one is just so musically satisfying. It satisfies me like lyrically and music as well. That's how I feel.
That's how I feel with the intro, man. Like the intro to the album, which also has a name, which I'm not gonna be spoiling yet.
You're not allowed to spoil that. Not yet.
No. I feel like that with that because I had to channel like all of my emotions to actually writing that, which is where I'm only allowed to be talking in a song that we've recorded. So I did kind of like a voiceover on it and whatnot. So I like that song a lot because of what it means to me and when I wrote it actually. That was when the pandemic was actually starting. At least the music part. Then the lyrics I actually wrote a few months back, channeling all of my emotions and just getting really dark and getting all of that back out there and just putting it out there. But yeah, we're really excited for what's coming.
Behind the scenes detail that you guys didn't know, when he recorded that, we had to turn the lights off at the studio to set the mood.
Because I'm darks. You like that, yeah. I love that shit. I love to get like over emotional and I like to act shit out. And I kind of had to like channel all of that sadness out when recording that.
It helps with the authenticity. It's a more genuine response. What we recorded there ended up sounding way more genuine than if you had just, hey, I'm reading a piece of paper. No, it's just, I think it helped a lot. I honestly think that you can always say that it can come out better, but this came out authentic. So I'm pleased with how it came out.
Yeah, authentic is the word. That's actually something that's really important for musicians and artists alike. You have to be authentic and be true with what you're doing and what you're working, and it's always nice. So this was a good talk. I liked it a lot, and we're gonna be back on the same rate that we were before. So 1 episode every 2 weeks. Hopefully, we're gonna somehow manage to do like maybe 3 episodes a month.
Hopefully with more people, because another part of the reality of having a band in 2021 or ever. Like, if your job is the band, then that's just what you do, period. But if you have a life like we pretty much do, it's hard sometimes to juggle your job, juggle your relaxation time and recovery time, and the band time. So, the other people, they're out there busy right now doing what they can. They send you all love and wishes. But, hopefully we'll have at least one more face next time.
Yeah. So, we'll be looking forward to the next episode, and to everyone that's tuning in, thank you very much for tuning in and for following us and supporting us at what we do. If you want to keep supporting us, you can listen to our music everywhere out now, and our podcast, and we also have some shirts. So if you're interested in some shirts, you can hit us up and we will get them straight to you. We have some shirts in black, and then we also have like 5 or 6 leftovers from the first batch that we did, and we also have the next designs already ready. So that's actually really fun, but we're gonna do those when we sell out the ones that we have right now.
Yep, so they're gonna be limited runs, so anybody who gets the second design, well, it's limited not limited edition, but just I forgot where I was going with that. Never mind. Let's just say it's limited.
It's basically limited edition because we have 3 different colors of that same design, and we're gonna be like limiting each of those releases. So first come, first serve, and that'll be all for this episode. Hopefully, we helped to make your car ride a little less boring, maybe.
Hopefully. Not gonna play a song for it. You got a radio for that.
Yeah.
Or you got our songs. Just go to Spotify.
Yeah, just go to your favorite playlist and put our music on, and hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of the car ride. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks guys for listening. Thanks for sharing some time with us and getting to know the intricacies and the behind the scenes of Koi the Great. And next time we'll probably have another studio update and more game updates and stuff to talk about. So look forward to that. Thank you guys.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.
We'll see.